Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. Before we jump into the video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a big thumbs up. Let's get started. There's something mysteriously comforting about Providence Falls, a film that feels like a warm hug wrapped in a flannel blanket, set against the backdrop of a charming little town that practically glows on screen. But what if we told you that the idyllic streets, storybook homes, and glistening waterfalls weren't even in the United States? That's right, the heart of Providence Falls beats in Canada, specifically in towns like Niagara-on-the-Lake, Elora, and Hamilton in Ontario. While the fictional town might feel like Vermont or the Pacific Northwest, the production team secretly built their magic in these Canadian locales, thanks to their timeless charm and cinematic perfection. The cobblestone paths, ivy-covered inns, and cozy bookshops were either actual historical locations or brilliant set designs constructed inside Toronto area studios. And despite how flawlessly everything looks, it wasn't without its trials behind the scenes. One of the film's most iconic locations, the clock tower square where Ellie's emotions pour out, wasn't even real. The grand old clock tower was a temporary structure built over a rotunda in Elora, then dressed up to look like a relic from a different century. Tourists still wander the real location asking to see it, only to find an ordinary city park. Cast members often laugh about this, especially Benjamin Hollingsworth, who plays Sam. He's known to joke that the clock tower is like a magical portal only visible if you believe in love. And perhaps that's part of what makes Providence Falls so enchanting. It's not just what you see, but what you feel while watching it. But not all of the movie's magic was make-believe. The stunning waterfall kiss between Ellie and Sam? That was 100% real and filmed at Hamilton's majestic Webster's Falls. However, what the cameras didn't show was the near-freezing temperatures during the shoot. Filmed in November, the waterfall scene had both Katie Stevens and Benjamin shivering between takes, their lips turning blue as the mist froze mid-air. They had heated blankets waiting just off-camera, and the first take was so cold Katie could barely move her mouth to say her lines. Still, that kiss became one of the most unforgettable romantic moments of any Hallmark movie in recent memory. Even more heartwarming than the on-screen romance was the real-life camaraderie among the cast. Katie Stevens quickly bonded with veteran actress Wendy Malick, who played Ellie's whimsical Aunt Margot. The two would often stay late after filming to run lines or share stories over tea. And Katie later credited Wendy with being a mentor figure during the shoot. "She made me feel safe to be vulnerable," Katie shared during a press junket. "One of our scenes made me cry off script, and Wendy just hugged me and said, 'You're exactly where you're supposed to be.' It wasn't just acting, it was emotional truth." The cozy library that Ellie works in so beautifully, lit and filled with towering bookshelves, wasn't a real library at all, but an elaborate soundstage set created from scratch in a warehouse outside Toronto. It was built to resemble a cross between an old English reading room and a New England bookshop. The craftsmanship was so intricate that many visitors to the set assumed it was a real historical building. Yet days before shooting began, a minor electrical fire almost destroyed the entire setup. A faulty lighting fixture sparked overnight, singeing a rug and some set pieces, and sending the production team into a frenzy. Thankfully, the damage was contained, and the scene that almost burned to the ground would go on to become the emotional center of the film. For director Marcy Hayes, one particular scene brought tears to her eyes even during editing. It was the Winter Festival sequence when Ellie sits alone on a bench, watching couples dance, snowflakes falling softly around her. The lighting, the music, the subtle sadness in Katie Stevens' eyes, it all blended into something deeply human. What made it even more special was that many of the extras dancing in the background weren't actors, but real residents of Niagara-on-the-Lake. The townspeople volunteered after seeing the filming notices posted, and their genuine warmth brought life to what could have been a simple montage. One shot of a grandfather dancing with his young granddaughter was completely unscripted but so poignant that Hayes couldn't bear to cut it. That spontaneous moment became one of the film's most quietly powerful images. There are also subtle symbols scattered throughout Providence Falls, most notably the red bird that appears in various forms, from a necklace to a painting in the mayor's office. This was no accident. Screenwriter Lauren Delacroix lost her sister a few years before writing the script, and cardinals had always been her personal sign of connection. She wove the bird motif into the film as a way to keep her sister's spirit present. None of the cast knew about it until the final wrap day, when Delacroix quietly shared the story, leaving everyone speechless. It added an emotional depth that audiences may never know, but the team behind the film will never forget. One of the film's most delightful side plots featuring Ellie's best friend Jillian falling for Marco. The taco truck chef was unfortunately trimmed in post-production. The scenes, full of wit and spark, featured Natalie Hall and Luke McFarlane in roles that had fans clamoring for more. Their chemistry was undeniable, but the editors had to make the tough call to focus on the main storyline. There's hope that if a sequel ever happens, Jillian and Marco might finally get the screen time they deserve. Speaking of real romance, rumors swirled around set that two background actors actually fell in love while filming. Their off-screen connection mirrored the movie's central theme: sometimes love finds you in the most unexpected places. Though never officially confirmed, crew members whispered that during one fake proposal scene, something very real happened. He popped the question for real, right there during the take. The reaction was genuine, and though the footage didn't make it into the final cut, the story spread through the cast like wildfire. With all the love and passion poured into Providence Falls, it's no surprise that fans are begging for a sequel. Katie Stevens has hinted at discussions involving Ellie and Sam possibly renovating a historic inn or facing new challenges in their blossoming relationship. The town itself may hold more secrets, hidden letters, long-lost relatives, or mysterious newcomers with unexpected connections. And let's be honest, we all want to see more of those snow-dusted streets, twinkling festival lights and stolen kisses under starlit skies. What Providence Falls gave us wasn't just another small-town romance. It gave us a feeling, a wistful longing for something gentle, kind, and beautiful. It invited us to believe in fate, to cherish community, and to hope that maybe, just maybe, we'll find our own Providence somewhere out there. Whether that's in a real town in Ontario or within the hearts of those who watch, the magic of Providence Falls lives on.